Hello, yes it is me, zu-wii-mama, and yet again I'm back with another Minecraft mob. And as you can see by the thumbnail, as always, we've gone with a classic mob yet again. We've gone back to basics because like I said in the last video, I've been focusing a lot of Minecraft story and Minecraft dungeons and Minecraft Earth mobs, in fact. So I figured we need to, you know, get this channel back to basics, and let's get some of the basics done first before we move on, because there is still quite a few of the original Minecraft mobs that I haven't actually done, including like the mule, the donkey. So yeah, I'll obviously have them coming at some point as well, but I wanted to just get a few Minecraft originals out the way first, and then perhaps get onto some more dungeons, or yeah, who knows. I'll have so many requests coming through as always, so just bear that in mind, that I do work as hard as I can to get any requests out. But yeah, here we go. We're finally there. That was quite a long trek, wasn't it, all the way along there? But yeah, finally got to it. This is the witch. I built this guy a long time ago, and turned out alright actually. I quite enjoyed this one. The hat, as you can see, is quite it looks all lopsided and wonky, but it's meant to be like that, so it gives that nice impression of how the witch's hat is. And yeah, purple's my favourite colour, as you know, so yeah, I really enjoyed this one. But anyway, let's get on to the build, shall we? 26 cyan terracotta, 2 clay, 26 light grey concrete, 30 grey terracotta, 48 brown terracotta, grey concrete 21, green terracotta 17, lime terracotta 15, lime concrete 2, lime wool 1, purple terracotta 2, light grey terracotta 6, terracotta 16, blue terracotta 9, purple concrete 227, white terracotta 198, either snow or white concrete 2, black concrete 245, 492 purple wool, and you need 1 acacia button for the spot on the nose. And I just want to say, some of these numbers might not be 100% exact, so make sure you do have a few spare just in case. Okay, so cyan terracotta, you want to place 1 light grey concrete, and then 4 cyan terracotta, followed by a light grey concrete and a cyan terracotta again. On top of that light grey, you want to put a clay and another light grey on the centre of it, and then fill it up with cyan terracotta. Should be 8 across in total by 2 high. On top of that, we're just going to do a row of grey terracotta, and then switch to a brown terracotta, and we're going to come up by 3, and we're going to fill that in all the way across to the other side. So okay, there we go, looking good. It should look somewhat like that. There we go. So using our cyan terracotta again, we're going to come to the top block here and put 1, and then 1 above that, and then bring it across by 2. So it should be a 4 block across in total. Okay, fill that base in there with light grey concrete, and then with our grey terracotta, do a line across the top of that, and then fill it up with a brown terracotta to the top of the section we've already built. There we go, look at that. And we're going to do the exact same on the opposite side as well, right? So you can just literally look across and build the same structure across. Okay, so cyan terracotta, brown terracotta there to fill it up to the top, and then underneath here is just light grey concrete just to fill that gap in. Okay, now all you need to do now is just whip all these across and connect up to the opposite side. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, cyan and then grey terracotta all the way across, and then these last 2 blocks high is going to be brown terracotta. So we should have a somewhat looking image like that sort of staggers on the sides, and on the front it's a lot lower. There you go, look at that, and that's the feat complete. So using our green terracotta, we're going to come in 3 blocks from the edge, come out by 1, and we're going to go up by a total of 11 blocks. And then we're going to do the same with the lime terracotta. and go all the way up 11 blocks. So these two blocks should be center of the build, so there should be 3 blocks either side of the legs, and they should be dead center. Once you've done that, purple concrete, we're going to come across by 4, so it should be overhanging the legs by 1, and then come up by a total of 5 blocks, followed by 1, and then 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2 there. And we're going to do the exact same on the opposite side, so 1, 2, 3, 4 across, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and then we can place 1 block there, if I can place blocks, 1, 2, 3 there, and then 1, 2 there. Okay, looking good. Switching to our purple wool this time, and we're going to go from the edge and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then followed by 1 purple concrete, and then we're going to bring that purple concrete all the way across to meet the top of that section there, come down by 2 there, and then 1 like that, and we're going to replicate the exact same on the opposite side. Right, so we can bring that purple concrete all the way up with the purple concrete across there. Did I say purple concrete or wool? I'm getting mixed up with all these purples, but anyway, you're going to copy the exact same pattern on either side, if that makes sense. Switching to the purple wool now, this is the easy bit, just fill in all the gaps with the purple wool. There we go, just sped things up a little bit because you don't want to watch me do that. Okay, so now on the top of the build here, on the left hand side, we're going to put 2 concrete, and then I'm going to use a block, and use any block you want. Use dirt or use pink concrete like I am, but just want to stress, this is not part of the build, this pink concrete. It's just purely there as a measuring tool to show you it's meant to be an air gap or a dirt or whatever you want to use, a temporary block for the time being. Okay, from the center of the build, again now following those green and lime terracottas coming up through the middle, just want to place 2 right directly above the line that's beneath. Finish it off with some grey terracotta on top. Okay, going back to your purple wall, go 1, 2, and then 3. Switch to your concrete and go 1, 2, 3 on top. And then what we want to do now is we're going to bring that across. So we're going to use some grey terracotta from the 1 block down, 2, and then 2 staggered like that. Back to your purple concrete, 1, 2, and then follow it along there, and then along that side, bish bash bosh, and then 1 in that corner, and that wall then can just finish that up nicely. So you should have something looking like that. Okay, and we're going to replicate the exact same thing on the opposite side. Put some white terracotta in there, that's where his chest sort of area is. Oh, pardon me, I'm burping while I'm talking. And then literally replicate the exact same what we've done on the other side. So 3 wool followed by 3 concrete purple, and then you can put some grey terracotta there and there, so you should have 2 sides looking the same now, and then purple concrete underneath there and all the way down, 1 in that corner, and then finish it off with a bit of purple wool in there. And there we go, look at that, we should have something looking like that. Okay, so we're going to use our pink block again, but remember you can use any block you want, and you want to come up by 5 blocks in total, and then you want to bring it out by 2, just like I have there, so you got like a square almost. And then we want to go back to our purple concrete and just fill it all up here, and then we're just going to extend this slightly, so we're going to overhang it by 1 and place 1 there on the corner. Okay, so you should have something looking like that. Okay, now using your purple concrete still, we're just going to bring that down, and we're literally going to wrap this all the way around that section we've just built, and like that, and you're just going to stagger it down slightly so it looks like a staircases essentially, and the arm will be sitting on there a little bit later on. Going to the base of the build, we're just going to bring this out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it should be overhanging the feet by 1 block, and then you can bring this side up by a total of 5 blocks, and then followed by 4, and then followed by 2, followed by another 6, that is this time, and then we're just going to do 1, 2 in there, so you should have a little funky little pattern like that. And then yes, you've guessed it, everything in between is going to be filled up with a purple wool, and that should bring us nicely to the top of the build and should have something looking like that. And yes, you've already guessed it, if you haven't already by now, you're going to exactly mirror exactly what we've done here on this side of the build. So again, we're going to come up and do that little funky little square thing that we've done earlier, then we're going to fit it in with the purple concrete all the way around that, and then come to the base and literally replicate exactly the same, fit it all with wool, and you should have 2 sides looking exactly the same. What do you know, look at that. Not bad, not bad. Okay, after we've done our little twirl, there we go, we'll get on to the next section. So spinning on to the back again, we're going to use our block of, the pink block that we're using that I'm not using, it's not meant to be using in the build, if that makes sense. Remember, we're not using that block. Just going to fill that in for the time being. And then we're going to use our purple concrete, and underneath that, we're going to bring that all the way to the end, and then 1 block in. So we're going to stagger that in by 1 block and do a line again. Okay, and then to the base of the build this time, Starting from this corner, we're going to come up by a total of 8 blocks in total. I don't know why I was going super quick here, because how is anyone meant to count along to that? So we're going to come up by 8, and then following that, we're going to come up by 4, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again, 6, 7 this time, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on that one. And yes, you've already guessed it. If you haven't already, you need to fill everything in between the top and the bottom with purple wool. There we go. You're going to get sick and tired of seeing purple wool, but guess what? Purple's my favourite colour, so I actually really enjoyed making this build. There we go. Look at that. Boom, and that is the main body done of the witch. So all we need to do is whack on the arms and the head, and we are done. Okay, so using our light grey terracotta from this space here, come out by 1, up by 3, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white terracotta. Okay, switching to our white concrete now. I don't know why I did that, but you want to place 1 just there. Followed by a purple terracotta. Back to the white terracotta, and you go 1, 2, and then purple again. Followed by the white, and that should bring us nicely back in line to then do the 5 white terracotta followed by the 3 light grey terracotta, and that should be the same on either side. Now using the white terracotta again, we can fill all the way up here and all the way up here either side, just beneath the eyes there, so we got like a big rectangle square, and we're literally going to fill that in now with terracotta. So you can come out by 1 and then come down by 4 in total, and then we're going to actually double that up, so we're going to come out by 2 all the way across. So it's a 2x4 rectangular box, let's say, and we're just going to smash a button on there just for the little wart that's on the edge of his nose. Now using our black concrete, do a line all the way across above the eyes, switching back to our white terracotta, and you can fill that all the way up to the top of the build, and that's the front of the face of the witch done. It looks a bit funny with no hat on as well, so it looks really odd. Okay, now spinning on around to the back, we're just going to fit it all in. So actually we can get rid of that block that you had there originally, or if you didn't, don't worry. Bring it out by 1, and then bring it all the way across, and essentially we're going to literally match it up with the other side of the head. So we're just going to fill all this in with white terracotta, okay? So you can bring that head across, bring that across, bring it back down to the corner here, and like I said, it should be overhanging the back by 1 block, and have fun filling it all in with white terracotta. And that's all you need to do. Really simple, this bit. And I'm just going to speed things up, because who on earth would want to watch me filling that in painstakingly, boringly slow, and making loads of mistakes with white terracotta? And there we go. Looks like a bold witch so far. Looking good. Not bad, eh? Okay, so now using your black concrete, I want you to come to the top of the head, come out by 1 and go up by 2. And I want you to bring that round the whole circumference of the head too high, and it should be overhanging the head by 1 all the way around, okay? And just sped things up again because it's a little bit boring watching me fill it all in with black, so you should have something like that. Then on the left hand side of the build, I want you to do a row of black, okay? So you should have something looking a little bit odd at the minute, but that's fine. I'm going to bring that up by 1. And then we're going to start filling in the like details. So we come across by 2 black in total, followed by a green concrete, then a lime terracotta, and then a green concrete again, and then it should be 2 black to fill up to the edge there. Okay, on the top left, we're going to go grey concrete, cyan terracotta, lime concrete, lime wool, lime concrete, and then cyan terracotta and grey concrete on the end. Then on the next row up, we're just going to fill that in with 2 rows of black concrete. And then we're going to replicate again, so green, cyan and green concrete. And then followed by a load of black on top. And you can bring that all the way across. And that's the detail of the witch's hat. And it should look a bit wonky at the minute. And that's the way we're going for. That's why there should be a 2 block gap on the right hand side there. And all we're going to do is just ring that black all the way along the base. And then the next row up, we're going to go grey concrete all the way round again. And then essentially the top bit as well, the black, we're going to ring that all the way around as well. So you should have something looking like that once you connect it all up. And the hat so far should be looking wonky. That is part of the design. Okay, so from the inside of the build, we're just going to actually do a nice line across there. So that should be 2 blocks now in total from the front of the build. And then we can come up by 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks high, and we're going to do that all the way around from the inside of this build now. Okay, so we're going to just whip that around and then remember 4 high with black, and this should give a nice little wonky effect to the hat. So there we go. We'll just speed things up again, just because obviously you don't want to be watching me placing a load of black concrete. It's very boring, so you should have something looking like that. Then on the left hand side or the inside of the build, do a row and a row to the front, and you should be left with a 2x2 square, and then I just need you to bring that up by 3 all the way round, and you should have a wonky donkey looking hat of a witch. There you go. So it should be sort of staggered to one side, looks very uneven, and that's the whole point of it. Okay, so we're not using this pink concrete or this light blue concrete. I'm just using it to mark it out. So from that pink section there, we're going to come across by 4 and then bring it out by a total of 3 blocks, okay? And then come down by 1, 2, 3 in total, bring it across, and then link all that up, and that should come nicely to the back of the build. So you got like a 4x3 rectangle box, and then we're going to do the same with the pink, but we're going to start from here and then bring it across and then come out by a total of 4 blocks, link that all up, and it should interlink with the blue box we've already built. And this is the easiest way for me to show you, but essentially you should have something looking like that, but we're going to use purple wool in its replacement. So I've just, like I said, it's just there as a tool to show you what's happening, because if I did it all with purple wool right now, it would be a bit confusing, hard for you to follow along, so I figured it would be best to do that. And like I said, it should be looking like that if you'd use the purple wool all the way through. So all we're going to do is pretty much replicate what we've already done on the opposite side. So it's going to come across by 4, and this section, it should be in line with the front chest or front area of the body, and then this next section here, it should be overhanging by 2 blocks once we finally finish it anyway. There we go. So interlink that and then come up again, and this should all then, like I said, should be overhanging the front by 2, this rectangular box. There we go. So 2 rectangular boxes, 4x3 either side. So you should have something looking like that. Okay, so using our blue terracotta, just where the green terracotta comes out there, we're going to come across by 3 and then on a diagonal put the 1. And then purple concrete, we can whip that all the way around to meet that side. And then do a row of purple there, and also a row of purple concrete just there. So you should have something looking like that. And then from underneath, we're going to go back to the blue terracotta and just do 2 like so. And then we're going to use our purple concrete again. We can bring that down just in the center there, and then 1 on either side. Okay, looking good. And then from the underneath here, we're just going to now do 1, 2 there, and then 1 on that side as well on the back of it. I'm using our purple concrete again just to fill in those few little gaps like so. So all we're going to do now is literally fill in with the purple wool all the way across this build. So don't go any further than what we've already built to, okay? And then bring it across, and don't go any further than the side of the arms that we've already built. And also underneath as well, you can bring that all the way across, but remember, don't go any further than what we've already built. So do not go past the body there. You can bring that out and underneath the arms and connect that up, and connect to the front of the build as well. And again, remember, I can't stress enough, do not go any further in front or behind of the build. So it should be looking like that. Connect all these bits up, and underneath should be all flush. There we go, and that's one part of the arm, and do the exact same on the opposite side, okay? So it's really straightforward, and that should give the impression of the witch with his arms folded, or what the villagers do. But yeah, that's the witch build. I hope you enjoyed that build as much as I did, and yeah, make sure you stick around for some more, and make sure if you already haven't, make sure you subscribe, because it really does help me out quite a lot. Anyway, I've been zu-wii-mama, and I'll see you soon. Bye.